Good afternoon, Dylan with Huntsville Guns. Officially closed for the Christmas holiday. Wanted to cover a project that I am going to be working on in the next couple of days. It's a personal project, not something for a customer. I know that we don't do a lot of ammo specific content on the channel, and so I wanted to kind of let you know the few things that I'm playing around with. I'm not big into reloading anymore. I've kind of gotten away from it the busier I get in gunsmithing, but I do still enjoy playing with the smaller scale side of it. And so one of my favorite customers, a Vietnam veteran, super nice guy, is a pretty traveled individual. He likes to collect ammo, and so he goes to all the local gun shows and all of the estate sales and buys things that he finds fascinating. And he usually drops things off to me that he doesn't want, that he got a good deal on. So this week's drop off was some NATO contract M1 Garand ammo. I believe this is Austrian production, 1961 30-06, pretty cool. He also dropped off some, this was a couple of weeks ago that he dropped this off, but some Remington Accelerator 30-06. I am playing with the idea of pulling the projectile in this. This is a lead soft point. It's kind of designed for hunting, and they were never really that accurate. So I'm thinking about pulling the projectiles and then reloading them using either some green tip or some AP 5.56 ammo. Just kind of a personal project, see how many holes I can punch through how much steel. Along the same lines, he also dropped off, a different customer actually, dropped off some M80A1. This is hardened steel penetrator 308 ammo. And I am definitely pulling the projectiles from that to use in a 30-06 project. I have some pretty good sized chunks of mild steel laying around here, and I want to build a contraption to see how much mild steel I can shoot through with hyped up, souped up AP 30-06. And then we go into a kind of a hunting setup. So this is one of my favorite guns. I bought this a couple of years ago for my kids to shoot, and I probably shoot it way more than they do. So this is a CVA Scout in 300 Blackout. It's a little single shot. It's got a cheap BSA scope on it that customer gave to me years ago. And it is running my Yankee Hill Phantom suppressor. Have a customer who raises exotic deer, and a couple weeks ago had an issue with predators getting under the fence and killed a lot of money worth of exotic animals. So 35 or 36 black buck in an afternoon. There's actually a domestic dog that has since gone feral. He's pretty rural, and so somebody's dog got out and over the years has basically turned into a wild animal. And managed to get under the fence and kill a bunch of money in deer. And so we have been dealing with trapping and then humane dispatch of the predators that are costing him a bunch of money. And so I am playing with some subsonic 300 Blackout. When dealing with these high dollar exotic animals, the less stress that you can put on them, the better. They're in a huge enclosure. And they have a lot of freedom of movement, but ultimately they are in a high fence and they can't escape. And so not stressing them is pretty important to their health. And so we like to use very quiet rifles when dispatching what needs to be dispatched, whether it's a deer that is injured or a coyote that is in the wrong place. And so I am playing with this is probably my current favorite. This is a G2 Research projectile. It's a 200 grain monolithic copper projectile that's designed to pedal on impact, and they are supposed to operate at subsonic, like 800 feet per second. In this 18-inch barreled rifle, they are still in that supersonic range. They're still a bit fast, and so I am working on some load data to quiet them down a little bit. And then I also have some Hornady factory 190 grain sub X. So these are Hornady's subsonic expansion offering. So they have a big polymer tip on the front of them and some pretty deep serrations cut right up here. that are designed to help that pedal and open supposedly at 900 feet per second. I've got some clay out back, and I think I'm going to try a few of these in the clay to see what they do on a little bit harder of an object before we put them into a soft-skinned animal. If the hunting content is not something that I like to post a lot of, because YouTube is not friendly on guns for one, but also on animals and blood and things of that nature. So I haven't posted any videos of my hunting this year. Majority of it's been with my kids, and I'm not ready for them to make their YouTube debut yet, but also just trying to stay out of timeout with YouTube. But if you'd like to see some more of that, drop that in the comments down below. I like the feedback that you guys are giving me. It helps me make sure I'm getting you the right content that you're interested in. It's a good segue for my next point. I was looking at my YouTube analytics this morning, and it looks like 96% of the people viewing my content are not subscribed to the channel. So if this is something you're interested in, I'd love to earn your subscription. I'd like to know that people who are searching for this content can find it. Again, I'm a small town gunsmith. I don't do $1 million a year in business, but I do get some pretty cool projects that come through the door. And on the channel, I like to cover not just the gunsmithing side, but also the business side of it. Just to let you know how it is that a gunsmith makes money, and some machining content, some shooting content, occasional hunting stuff, things of that nature. I'll also plug my website here. I'm doing a bit of technical writing, so over at huntsvilleguns.com. I put my first blog post up the other day, and I'm working on some other additional articles that I want to write. And then I have some friends who are in similar industries, hunting industry, archery, business, things of that nature. And so I'm going to have them do a little bit of writing as well when I get around to it. Just a different venue for you to gain some information and some insight what other people are doing. Christmas is a weird time of year, and so I encourage you to reach out to your loved ones and those that you care about, and let them know that you care about them. This can be tough for some people, and let people know that you care. Like I said, end of year, basically, I'll publish a couple of more quick videos throughout before the new year, but nothing major going to come from the channel between now and then. I basically closed up until the New Year's. So thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Hope the Lord blesses you and yours. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.